Hey, family and friends, welcome back. Just providing another video update regarding the 2019 cruise event that's going to be this year, October, leaving out of Fort Lauderdale on October 20th, returning back on October 26th. This is going to be a really great trip. We're going to three beautiful islands, Amber Cove, Dominican Republic, Turkey, Caicos, and I believe we're also going to one of the islands in the Bahamas as well. This is going to be great. This is going to be on a beautiful Carnival Magic, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, we already got about 30 plus some odd people booked already on this cruise and counting. We got more people that are still booking. And like I said, I'm looking forward to the event. We're gonna have a great time. It's now April. It is the beginning of April, and it is countdown. We're literally about 200 days away, which is just about 6 months away from getting on this cruise. So it's right around the corner, y'all. It'll be here before you know it. And I wanted to spend some time on this video, really just to go over just a quick update. Things to do, things to get prepared for, and also some things not to do. We're going to also talk a little bit about that. First come first, please, you get the opportunity, definitely reach out to Cody. If you're trying to do a room upgrade, or trying to see what other things are available for your room, definitely reach out to Cody. Also too, for people that may not have booked, also have them reach out to Cody as well, and definitely see if there's something available as far as them joining the cruise vacation. All right, and one of the things that I wanted to mention was the deadline. The first thing I wanted to talk about was the deadline to pay off the cruise. I believe is August the 4th. Okay, so they give you literally a little over 2 months prior to the trip of a due date. So it has to be paid off at least two and a half months prior before the trip takes off, where your trip has to be paid off. So right now we're in that tax time, that tax season. So definitely get the opportunity. Go ahead and if you can take a little bit of your tax money, go ahead and pay that trip off. Also too, you want to take advantage of paying that off, because you have other things to consider, like we talked about before, which is your transportation. Now a lot of us are going to try to fly down. There are some that's going to be just driving, take a transportation, maybe taking a Greyhound, maybe just driving their vehicle, maybe even just taking a train. I would say, just from my experience, whatever makes you comfortable getting there, just go ahead and do that. I would prefer to fly. That's what I'm actually going to plan on doing out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We're more than welcome to join the same flights with others if you're coming out of our airport, but definitely make your travel arrangements. Some people may be coming a day early or 2 days early before the cruise leave. Some may be also staying an extra couple of days when the cruise returns. So what you do, how you want to get down there, and when you want to go down there, that's all up to you. We're going to go the day before, just so we can relax in the hotel, kind of get ready, don't have to rush, and that way we can just wake up in the hotel and then boom, ready to board the cruise. That's what I would prefer. Coming the day that the cruise leave is actually pretty risky, so you definitely want to watch out for that. Also, a lot of questions that we get from a lot of people is, man, I never cruised before, and what do I need? I'm going to different countries and different things like that. Look, all you got to do is bring your luggage, and outside of that, make sure you bring rather your birth certificate or your passport. You do not need a passport to be on this cruise. A birth certificate is just enough. If you have a passport, then just bring that. All right. Also, make sure you have your ID with you as well. Some people can definitely forget to bring that, and that's just not good. You definitely want to make sure you have your ID, and you want to make sure you have rather a birth certificate or a passport. All right, and as far as luggage and everything like that, we're going to be gone for pretty much a week, so you definitely want to make sure you get a nice size bag, and you pack for a whole week, and try to put a little bit of extra clothing in there, because you never know, you're going to be doing different activities and you may run out of clothes. We're going to actually post another video soon on as to how to actually pack your bag for a cruise, as far as different rolling techniques, and also two different luggages that are available online that will really work out for you. All right. Another thing too, some questions I got regarding like the captain's ball, the all white event and different things like that. They usually do have a captain's night where people kind of dress up for that. They may wear all white, or they may just a little bit dressed up. That's usually something cruises always do. There was a question as to, is that something that we're going to do as a whole group? That's something we're still figuring out. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that yet. We're still working on that. I would say right now, definitely bring some dressy, if you want to bring something kind of to dress up in for one night, definitely do that. We're still trying to figure out if we're going to wear like white or black, something white or something black, something like that as a group. One of the things that I mentioned in the last video is that we want to make sure that everyone's doing late time dining. That way we have an opportunity to hopefully get a table with a lot of people. Now, with that being said, there may be a lot of nights where none of us will eat together, or just maybe a few of us eat together, and that's fine. Everybody's going to be kind of doing their own thing, and if we are able to get together, that's great too. This is really just an opportunity for people to get away. This is an excuse to go on a vacation, right? Your family's out there. I'm there to have a good time. All right. Another big thing that we're going to also talk about is the alcohol. The alcohol is another question that we get a lot. Like, hey, what is the alcohol policy and different things like that? I would say, as far as the alcohol goes, you can bring per person one wine bottle or 750 milliliters. They allow one per person. So any wine at all, but like I said, it has to be no bigger than 750 milliliters. That's per person. Typically, I usually, when I bring it, I just put it inside my luggage. I'm not going to go into detail. There's online to talk about other ways of alcohol and stuff like that, but that's completely up to you as far as that research. Another thing too, that you want to start to consider, start thinking about a whole lot, is excursions. This is the fun stuff. This is the fun part. This is when we go to the different islands, and it could be anywhere from riding ATVs, getting on a tour bus and actually doing a tour on the island, actually doing different things, wine tasting, food tastings, horseback riding. There's a whole lot of different things you could do with the excursions. Now, based on my experience, when it comes to excursions, a lot of times the best thing to do is just book directly with Carnival. The reason being is because if you have an excursion and for some reason they're running late, Carnival guarantees that the ship will wait until you return if that's for some reason that excursion is running behind getting back to the ship on time. All right. Now, if you're doing an excursion directly with a company on the island, that's no problem with that. Usually it's actually cheaper to do it that way, but you do run the risk if they don't make it back in time and there's a time conflict. That ship is gone. It's leaving without you, and that would be a nightmare. All right. I would say this. I've never seen it. I mean, you get more than enough time. Most of the islands we're going to be at, we'll be there for at least 6 to 7, 8 to 9 hours. That's plenty of time to do sightseeing, go into town, do whatever you want to do, leisure, eat some great food, have a good time. So it's a lot of different things like that. I would say that one of the things that we're going to try to do together is try to figure out different activities and different things like that. We're going to be working on that. I'm going to actually start calling and reaching out to different family members about that. Now, one thing I did get as feedback is that, hey, people definitely just want to probably do their own thing. Not everybody's going to want to do the same thing. That is completely fine. Like I said, once again, this is a trip. This is just an excuse to get away, to go on vacation, but also being out there with a family member. But we're going to definitely try to come up with an itinerary. Not everybody's going to want to be super active. Some people want to just be more laid back. So we'll try to come up with something for the family that would definitely work out for everybody. One of the things that I would say is that the biggest thing is a lot of the islands have a designated area for a lot of the cruise members. So you usually have like a beach access, a nice little water area, a place to get some food and stuff like that. And then, like I said, if you want to go beyond that, you can. You can definitely go into town, go shopping, and do different things like that. Also, if anybody has children, most people don't know this, but Carnival is pretty much up there with Disney when it comes to providing childcare services, and they have like a big fun zone service on the ship. It's really cool because you bring your kid, you bring your child down there, and they literally the staff is there to make sure they're having a great time. I think they do give you like a beeper or something just in case your child does request your attention. You do get a little buzzer, so that way you can go back down there and check on your child. But it's really great if you need to get a couple hour break, go up to the Serenity deck, adult only, just relax. It's a great thing, great place to bring your child. You don't have to worry about anything. They give you a peace of mind. Another thing too, a lot of people talking about the casino, time to gamble. It's a casino. It's like going to Vegas. Once that cruise hits international water, that casino comes live. They have everything you could think of that would be in Las Vegas is on that ship, and it's real money. Every time I cruise, I usually come home with an extra $400, $500, $600 playing blackjack. If you're into the slot machine, you're into the slot machine. Go ahead and go for it. They would, as far as money, they usually take your room key. I talked about that before in the last video. Your room key is also your wallet. That's if you want to buy alcohol, if you want to buy soda and you don't have a drinking package. Soda is usually $2 for a can, different things like that. Another thing you use it is for the casino. You can also use it if you want to purchase video games in the arcade and different things on the ship. So your card is everything. Another thing too is another big question I got was gratuity. Gratuity is something that you can see. So when you're booking your cruise, right, you booked it with Cody, you'll notice once you log into your carnivalcruise.com account, you'll notice that in there, there's a section that says, hey, gratuity. You can go ahead and pay for that up front. My suggestion is you don't do that. Just wait until you get on the cruise. When it comes to gratuity, they eventually are going to charge your card on file the gratuity, usually by the second or third day. What I typically do is by the second or third day, you have to wait until the ship is kind of at sea. I usually go down to the main lobby and I go to the main service desk, and I just let them know, please don't charge my account, the gratuity. I'm actually going to pay our state's room person directly. And I typically like doing that because when you pay gratuity, that money, half of that money really goes to Carnival. The other half is divided up to all the people, all the state's room people, or all the people on the ship. And there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, I like to pay the people that's cleaning up my room, putting that fresh towel, putting that fresh blanket. I'd rather put that 20, 30, whatever dollars directly in their pocket. Okay, so it is completely up to you how you want to handle gratuity. Another thing too is, hey, there's a lot of shows and things available on the cruise. Every day you're gonna get a fresh itinerary from your states room people. Or if you have your phone, you connect it to the Wi-Fi on the ship, you can log into your Carnival hub, and your Carnival hub will also give you the list of things that's going on the ship. And it's a lot. It is a lot. Do not feel overwhelmed. You're gonna see everything from bingo to Broadway shows to ice sculpting to they're selling paint. They're doing karaoke. You got special casino things. You got special games. You got comedy club. There's a lot, competition and all types of stuff, dance-offs, and so I would say just circle certain things that you really want to do, and just try your best to see if you can hit the schedule and go to those different events. You're not going to do everything, so and usually they repeat a lot of stuff. Usually every other day they'll repeat certain events. So if you didn't get a chance to go to there one day, hopefully it'll be available again on the itinerary, maybe on the 4th or 5th day on the cruise. All right, so definitely do that. The other thing is the food. Food is a question I keep getting. For people that haven't cruised before, and people that have cruised, you know how it goes. But people that haven't cruised before, the cost of your cruise, no matter if it's $500 per person or $450, whatever you paid for as far as for yourself individually, once that's paid, once your trip is paid for, that's it. You don't pay another dime. All the food is completely complimentary. It's all buffet all day long. Anywhere from fresh hot burgers from Guy's Burger Joint, which is my favorite. The food there is amazing. To deli shops, Asian cuisines, all types of meats and salads, fruits and seafood and barbecue food and restaurant level food, everything. The only thing is that is actually extra if you wanted to do it is they do have a steak restaurant. It's like really good. It's like 5-star. That costs like anywhere between like I think $30 to $37 per person. It is worth it. I did it one time, actually twice, and the New York steak is really good. The shrimp, lobster, everything's good. And also too, they also have, I think they're gonna have a seafood shack on there, and some of the things are free, but I think like if you're getting a lobster or crab legs, anything like that, that may cost extra. But for the most part, everything is covered. And then and the another thing is they have a bakery, I think on the same deck level as the casino. So definitely they have a fresh bakery as far as making huge carrot cakes, chocolate cakes, and different things like that. But they also have free desserts available right at the buffet. If you could think about it, it's pretty much available. All right. The other thing is, we definitely just want you to enjoy. Want you to have a great time on this cruise. Don't stress about life and work and all this other stuff. Just get on this cruise, have a good time, relax. Don't feel pressured to, we all decide to do something as a family or come together, some nights. Don't even feel pressure to come to that. If you want to come to that, that's fine. If you don't, just sit back and relax and just enjoy the cruise. The fact that you're just going is just enough to make us all feel happy that you're able to get away and not deal with the daily grinds of life. All right. Another thing is don't be afraid. The staff that's there to clean up your rooms and different things like that. I heard a great nickname. They're called ninjas, right? They like your cleanup ninjas, because literally you'll leave your room, come back, and it's like spotless, right? Fresh towels, fresh blanket, fresh pillows, and everything like that. They do a really great job. A lot of the staff on there are international, so you're gonna meet people from the Philippines, Asia, Russia, Jamaica, Africa, you name it. You're gonna meet all different types of people. And last but not least, one of the things I want to mention is the club. Turn up, you know what I mean? Do your thing, club out. They have tons of that. They have karaoke, they have nice jazz clubs, they have different styles. They also have a lot of, they have a hip hop club, they have all of that. They turn up, all of that. So You'll definitely have really good time. And like I said, man, I really feel like once you do cruise, you'll be hooked for life because it's like no other experience, you know. And I would say another thing too, if you have a lot of valuables, right? If you have jewelry, anything that you feel like is really valuable that you don't want to lose, they do have a safe that's in the room that is available. I think there's a small cost associated with that to actually use it, but they do have a safe to protect your stuff. You can lock it right in there, and I think there's a code that goes with it, so you're good to go. You don't have to worry about losing your valuables. And that's it. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing that I wanted to touch on. I hope I answer a lot of the questions that we received. I would ask that you just please leave a comment or send a message via Facebook, or reach out to, if you have my cell or my number, just go ahead and reach out to me, or another family member that could reach out to me. And just ask some questions. You know, we're willing to provide some details. We will have a video that goes more in depth about the food. We have another video about luggage and different things like that. We also have another video about the different excursions, different things that's going to be available. So we're going to have a lot more footage coming, as especially we're getting closer and closer to the trip. But right now, definitely please pay for your cruise. Please start booking your transportation, working on that. And then we'll start getting into everything else, all right? But definitely love y'all, and let's have a good time.